Welcome to the Cozza Lawcast, where life, business, and the law collide. And now, here's your host, attorney, and founder of the Cozza Law Group, Rocco Cozza.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Cozza Lawcast. Today I want to discuss the age-old question that we've been getting quite often, and that is, do I need a business lawyer to set up my business? Well, honestly, there are a lot of great general practitioners out there that can help you set up your business. And really a general practitioner is someone that practices a little bit of various types of law. Maybe they do some family law, some criminal defense, some business law, some trust and estates, and maybe some real estate. So yeah, they could definitely help you set up your business. But there's a benefit to using an actual business lawyer. And that's what we call ourselves here at my firm. We're business lawyers. That's all we do. And a lot of people, when they think about hiring a lawyer, they think, well, if you have a law degree, you can do all this stuff. So I don't necessarily need to go find a business lawyer. I can use the family friend or my dad's lawyer or my buddy that's a lawyer. And I'll give you an example as to why you should think twice about that. So say you have a heart problem or you feel like something's going on with your heart. And you go see your general doctor, your PCP or your family doctor. Well, they can definitely identify that you have something going on with your heart, but they're going to send you to a cardiologist to have your heart looked at and potentially fixed. That's really the same thing when it comes to the law, right? Those general practitioners out there, if you go to them and say, hey, I want to start a business and I'm the only owner is going to be a small business, they'll probably tell you that, hey, yeah, we could get you into an LLC and that makes sense. And that's probably the right answer in most situations. But there are other situations where there are nuances, and that's where the expertise of a business lawyer comes into play. And I want to give you a couple examples of this, so when you're going out looking for a lawyer, these are some things to think about. So one situation we ran into in the past, right? We've dealt with people that had a family friend set up their company for them, and it was maybe two people, two partners that were friends, and they got into business together. And they went to the family lawyer or the friend that was a lawyer and they set them up an LLC and gave them a basic operating agreement. But then a year later, these two individuals hated each other and they didn't want to do business together anymore, but neither one of them wanted to give up the company. They both still wanted to do the business, but they didn't want to do it with the other person. Now, when they came to us, we looked at the operating agreement and there was nothing within that agreement that dealt with this situation. That's one of those nuances that general practitioners miss. There are separate agreements or separate provisions you can put within an operating agreement that deal with these issues. They're buy-sell provisions. What if we don't like each other? What if someone becomes disabled? What if someone passes away, God forbid? Or what if we just hate each other? Or we commit fraud or something? These are things that need to be addressed. And a lot of times what I've found when I work with clients that have had that general practitioner, or maybe they went online and set their LLC up themselves, they missed a lot of these nuances. This is extremely important because I always tell people when you're setting up a business, especially when there's multiple members, right? If you're doing it by yourself, you're a single member, there's not a lot of nuance to it. But if you're going to have partners and you're setting up the business, you typically want to plan for divorce while everybody's happy. And that's where using a business lawyer can be extremely beneficial. We deal with these types of situations all the way. We know how to address them properly within an operating agreement. We know how to anticipate the potential problems. That's one of the benefits of working with a business lawyer. Another benefit of working with a business lawyer is we actually understand business, right? Along with having a JD, I also have an MBA and I run my own law firm as well as a couple other businesses. So I understand the nuances of business and how it runs and how it operates. And what I love to tell people is there are certain things that you need to pay a lawyer to do, and there are other things you shouldn't pay a lawyer to do. A lot of times in my experience when I've dealt with people that have had, the family friend that's a lawyer handle their business stuff, they paid for a lot of things they didn't need. And the things they did pay for weren't done correctly. This is why when you work with someone that's an actual business lawyer and understands how your business operates and how business operates in general, you'll get a lot better value. That's part of that process you have to go through when you're setting up your business and building the team around you. You want to make sure you have the right team, and a big part of that is your business lawyer. So that's the second benefit, right? Having someone that actually understands business. Now, the third benefit that I think hiring a business lawyer brings you is a long-term relationship. What I found with people that get companies set up, or maybe they get a contract drafted by a general practitioner, it's kind of a one and done thing, right? They do the transaction, they provide the documents, they set up the company, they get paid, and then you never hear from them again. Well, that's not how we operate, right? As business lawyers, we're vested in the success of our clients. I want to make sure they're doing things right along the way. So I encourage all of my clients, they all have my personal cell phone number, they all have my email address. I encourage them to reach out to me before they make a decision so we can anticipate what could possibly happen instead of not calling me or not emailing me and then having to pay me to fix the problem. We look at our relationships not as transactions, but as long-term relationships. We want to see that business succeed, and we want to be there along the way to help them succeed. That's the benefit of working with a business lawyer. Too many general practitioners just look at it as one and done. It's a transaction because they have other things they're doing. They may be in a personal injury case or handling DUIs or divorces. They got a lot of different stuff going on. When you work with a business lawyer, that's all they do is business law. So they have a vested interest in the success of all of their clients. That's a benefit to working with a business lawyer. Now look, I wanted to share this video because we get this question a lot, right? People don't know if they need an actual business lawyer, or any lawyer will do. And it's funny because the doctor example seems to make it click for a lot of people because it's just, I don't know why, it's just an analogy that works, right? You go to a general practitioner, they can identify the problem, but they send you to a specialist to get it fixed. You have to look at the law the same way, right? There are a lot of fantastic general practitioner lawyers out there, but if you want more detailed knowledge or in-depth knowledge of the business you're getting into or the issues you may run into, I would highly recommend considering using a business lawyer. So I hope this video gave you some value, provided some education, it made you think a little bit, right? When you're setting up a business, like I always say, it's about building the right foundation. There are certain things you spend money on, and there are certain things you shouldn't spend money on. When you talk about a foundation, that's important. So you want to make sure you select the right person or team or firm to work with that understands you, understands your business, understands your forward-looking thoughts and ideas and how you want this business to grow, so you can anticipate it up front and put the right things in place. That's why working with a business lawyer is so important. Again, thank you all for watching. If you haven't done so, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check us out on Facebook. I'll put the link below, and also go to our website, cozzalaw.com, if you want to find out about any of the services we provide to our clients. Again, we are a business law firm. This is what we do. Again, thank you all for watching, and I will see you on the next episode.
Thanks for listening to the Cozza Lawcast, where life, business, and the law collide. To find out more about the Cozza Law Group, check out www.cozzalaw.com.